But now, less than 3 weeks before the first Ashes test, Tim Paine has resigned as Australia's test captain after it emerged he was investigated by Cricket Australia in 2018 for sending explicit messages to a colleague.
Well, Paine was cleared of wrongdoing following the investigation, but in an emotional announcement, he apologised to his family, teammates and supporters to avoid disruption ahead of the Ashes.
Nearly 4 years ago, I was involved in a text exchange with a then colleague. At the time, the exchange was the subject of a thorough CA Integrity Unit investigation, throughout which I fully participated in and openly participated in. That investigation and a Cricket Tasmania HR investigation at the same time found that there had been no breach of the Cricket Australia Code of Conduct. Although exonerated, I deeply regretted this incident at the time and still do today. I spoke to my wife and family at the time and am enormously grateful for their forgiveness and support. We thought this incident was behind us and that I could focus entirely on the team, as I've done for the last 3 or 4 years. However, I recently became aware that this private text exchange was going to become public. On reflection, my actions in 2017 do not meet the standard of an Australian cricket captain or the wider community. I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and pain that I've caused to my wife, my family and to the other party. I'm sorry for any damage that this does to the reputation of our sport, and I believe that it is the right decision for me to stand down as captain, effective immediately. I do not want this to become an unwelcome disruption to the team ahead of what is a huge Ashes series. I have loved my role as captain of the Australian cricket team, and it's been the greatest privilege of my sporting life to lead the Australian men's test team. I'm grateful for the support of my teammates and proud of what we've been able to achieve together. To them, I ask for their understanding and forgiveness. To Australian cricket fans, I'm deeply sorry that my past behaviour has impacted our game on the eve of the Ashes.
Tim Paine came in with a mandate to change the way Australian cricketers played the game. He introduced, the football-style handshakes before the match and wanted to clean up the image of Australian cricket. He spoke about elite honesty. Cricket Australia and Cricket Tasmania, based on the timelines, certainly knew this was happening around about the same time as Tim Paine had taken over the captaincy, and we're only finding out about it now, 3 years later. It's quite remarkable how it stayed under wraps for so long. Certainly based on disciplinary reasons, I get the feeling that Tim Paine will survive them to be named if available through fitness, certainly for the first test. And then obviously there'll be a lot more scrutiny on his form, given that he doesn't have the luxury of being the captain to fall back on.
Cricket Australia Chair Richard Freudenstein confirmed Paine will still be available for selection during the series, but it means they need to act quickly in appointing his replacement as captain. Current Vice-Captain Pat Cummins is the likely candidate and would become the first fast bowler to captain the Test side in 65 years. Cummins was part of the Australia side who won the T20 World Cup less than a week ago. But could we see Steve Smith make a return to the role?
Yes, the other name everyone's going to be mentioning is Steve Smith. So he was the former captain until Sandpaper Gate over in South Africa. Of course, he stepped down after that incident, Australia cheating against South Africa. At the time, he was given a lifetime leadership ban from Australia. That was then changed to he couldn't be part of any leadership of the Australian cricket team up until a certain date. That date has passed, so he is eligible to be captain again. But I think the general consensus was that we wouldn't see him as captain again. These are extraordinary circumstances, so he's certainly an option to be considered.